Welcome, beautiful soul. Welcome to the Angel's Message for You original channel. This is our only official channel. Please beware of copycat and pirated channels, and stay connected to the original source for authentic angel messages and true blessings. Special thanks to our soul subscribers Lynette and Joshua, who generously support us through Ko-Fi and Super Thanks. Your kindness helps us continue this divine mission. May the angels shower you with abundant blessings, love, and light. Before we go any further, take a breath. Feel that? That little flutter in your chest right now, that's not random. That's the angels reaching through this moment to let you know you were guided here on purpose. You are so deeply loved, so carefully watched over, and what you're about to hear is meant specifically for you. The angels are blessing you right now as you read these words. They wrap their wings around your shoulders and whisper, "Stay. Stay until the very end." Because what's coming in this message will shake something loose inside you that has been waiting a long, long time to be free. This is not something you stumbled into by accident. Heaven arranged this moment. So settle in, open your heart, and let every word land exactly where it needs to. Now, what if I told you that someone out there, someone your soul already knows, has made a decision about you? Not someday. Now, what if the restlessness you've been feeling, the strange pull in your chest, the memories that keep rising up like bubbles from deep water, what if all of that was a signal? What if the universe has been whispering to you that something enormous is on its way? That's exactly what the angels want you to understand today. Your great love has made a decision. This person knows exactly what they feel and can no longer keep it hidden. The time of waiting is ending because what exists between you two no longer accepts distance. God has heard a prayer made with faith, with emotion, with a completely open heart. And this prayer has a name. It has truth. It has a destined place. Your love no longer wants to live without you. They can't spend their days pretending they don't feel it. In recent days, you may have noticed something different in the air. A strange sense that something is coming. Thoughts that appear out of nowhere. Memories returning with greater intensity. A restlessness in your chest you can't quite explain. All of this has a reason. Your soulmate is calling you. They are searching for you. They are being guided toward you. And nothing will stop this approach. This is not exaggeration. This is truth. A truth that has grown inside this person with such intensity that it can no longer be ignored. They have been thinking of you often. They have felt the heavy weight of your absence. And now each thought is becoming a decision to find you, to go wherever you are, to do whatever it takes to live this love for real. This isn't about a memory from the past. It's about right now. About a feeling that is still alive and has grown too big to stay hidden. Your love is determined. They feel they can no longer put this off. And this decision is being taken seriously, because when the heart truly loves, it starts to seek a way. And that is what is happening. Your soulmate is moving in the right direction, and that direction is you. What this person feels for you is not doubt. It's a certainty. It's a clear desire to be by your side, to look into your eyes and finally say everything that has been kept inside. And this decision is already in motion. Something very powerful is approaching, and you must be ready for it, because what is about to happen will not be small. It will mark your life in a way you will never forget. While you were trying to move forward, your soulmate was trying to understand what to do with everything they felt. Many times they tried to distance themselves from their own feelings, but their heart wouldn't allow it. Because loving someone like you is not something that fades away. And now, after so much inner struggle, this love has found a path, a light, a direction. Heaven has listened, and from that moment on, everything began to change. Peace returned to the heart of the one who loves you. But along with that peace came a certainty. It's no longer possible to live apart. It's no longer possible to remain distant. That's why this love is preparing to come for you. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter how much time has passed. This person wants you present, wants you close. And no matter how much you try to understand everything with your mind, there's something inside you that has already felt it. Something that has made your heart race, your intuition sharpen, your soul restless. Because what is about to happen will change everything. It will bring to the surface a feeling that never stopped existing. And when this love arrives, it will not be by chance. It will be by decision, by surrender, by choice. Your soulmate will come for you because there's no way to hold this feeling back anymore. And what this person feels right now is much greater than longing. It's a real need to have you near. It's a love that is ready to act. One that no longer wants to just think. It wants to live, and you will feel it. You will realize that everything you sensed in these past days was real. The absence has hurt more than this person ever imagined it could. That constant feeling that something is missing has taken over everything. Nothing tastes the same anymore. Achievements don't fill the emptiness. Days don't pass lightly, and thoughts never settle. Your love has realized that living without you is no longer an option. Everything that used to be postponed is now screaming with urgency. The heart feels heavy, yet filled with an overwhelming need to find you. Missing you has become more than just a feeling. It's become a calling, and this person is no longer ignoring it. The truth is, living far from you has become unbearable. Your love already knows that pretending everything is fine doesn't work anymore. This absence has turned into a void that nothing else can fill. No matter what this person does, deep down, everything leads back to you. It's as if the heart is constantly reminding them of what truly matters. And no matter how much time has passed, the feeling hasn't faded. On the contrary, it has only grown stronger. It has reached a point where living on memories alone is no longer enough. Now there is a real need to see you, to get closer, to take real action. This person feels like they're carrying a love too big to hold inside. Every hour apart feels like a burden, as if something is pressing for a response, a choice, a presence. And the only presence that makes sense now is yours. Maybe you felt it too. That unusual restlessness. That longing to hear the voice of someone who won't leave your mind. That sense that something important is drawing near. It wasn't a coincidence. It's because your love has been mentally and emotionally preparing to end this distance. The desire to see you has already turned into a decision. What was once only a wish has now become urgency. And that urgency doesn't come from fear. It comes from truth. From the clarity that you are irreplaceable, and that no other path will bring peace until this love is fully lived. Your love knows they can't stay away from you anymore, and that realization is creating a deep shift within them. Only someone carrying a love this big truly knows the pain of your absence, and that absence is no longer bearable. That's why everything is now turning toward one direction. To act, to come to you, to speak the truth, to live what has been held back for so long. This person has tried other ways. They've tried moving on, living differently, but it always led back to the same emotional place, you. Because this love was never disposable. And what isn't disposable doesn't just disappear. It stays. It grows. Presses harder. And when it reaches its limit, there's only one thing left to do. Seek out the one who makes the heart beat this way. This person doesn't want to just imagine what it would be like to be with you anymore. They want to live it for real. They want to look into your eyes and know they're exactly where they belong. Something deep has happened inside the heart of the one who loves you. It was as if an answer long awaited had finally been felt clearly. Your soulmate went through a moment of true connection with God. And from that surrender was born a certainty. The love felt for you needs to be lived, can no longer be pushed aside with time. For days in a row, this person carried doubts, trying to understand why so many feelings were kept hidden. But when everything was given in prayer, when truth was spoken before God, something calmed inside. The heart that was once confused began to feel peace. And that peace came with a direction, not to leave you for later. It was in that spiritual surrender that your soulmate felt God's presence, confirming what had already been trying to stay hidden. This love is real. This connection is true. And you did not remain in that heart by accident. Your soulmate didn't just ask to have you close. They asked for understanding. They asked for courage. They asked that the path between you two be blessed if love still existed on both sides. And the answer was clear. Yes. From that moment, everything began to make sense. The memories stopped being just memories and became signs. The emotions stopped being confusion and began to reveal a true desire for closeness. And with each prayer, this person felt more strength to follow through on that decision. Not to return to what was, but to live what still beats with truth. When God touches a heart with truth, there is no more space for doubt. This person understood that the feeling for you was not something fleeting. It was something that had resisted time, distance, and uncertainty. And all of this only made the need to live that love in the right way grow stronger, with presence, with action. The prayer that was made was not about demanding anything. It was about asking for direction. And the direction was you. This person asked that if love still lived in your heart, the path between you would be lit. And it was. From that request, signs began to appear from both sides. You began to feel it too. And now you understand that none of this is by chance. Your love asked for a reunion of the soul with its own truth. That fear be overcome, that doubts become clarity, that the feeling not be lived halfway. This surrender was not superficial. It was made with sincere emotion, with tears in the eyes, with an open heart. And God answered. After this spiritual touch, courage began to grow inside the one who loves you. Not loud, not forced, but steady. A quiet certainty that what is felt can no longer be hidden. And because of that, now every thought is turned toward you. Because this love is being guided purely, led by a faith that does not disappoint. Now this person feels guided with purpose, and everything begins to point toward one destiny, to be with you. Not as an idea, but as reality. What is being prepared comes with divine permission, and that changes everything. The doubts were surrendered. The wounds were exposed. And even without knowing how you would react, your soulmate chose to trust. To trust that if the feeling still lives in you, it will respond when this love knocks at your door. Because what is coming now is different. Comes with truth. Comes with a heart aligned with God. This person knows you have also gone through your own processes. That perhaps you tried to forget, to move on, to make sense of everything alone. But now what is being sent to you is the result of a true surrender. A love that was lifted up to God and returned with an answer. Your love prayed for you even without knowing how your days, your heart, your faith were. They asked that your heart would be cared for, that you would be prepared when this moment arrived. And now it has arrived. The prayer made back then is being fulfilled now, and you are being called to feel it for real. This love is not made of promises. It is made of actions. And what this person is about to do will show you that, because it wasn't longing that brought this decision. It was connection with God. It was permission from above. It was the understanding that what exists between you deserves to be lived differently, with surrender, with maturity, with purpose. The connection between you was taken to heaven with purity. There was no demand, no imposition. There was surrender. And that is why you have been feeling everything so strongly in recent days, because this feeling is being answered. It is taking form. It is reaching you. And when your soulmate stands before you, you will understand how true this decision really is. After realizing that living without you is no longer possible, your soulmate made a decision that is being taken seriously, to come after you. This person no longer cares about obstacles. They're not waiting for things to be easy, nor hoping that time will fix everything on its own. What they feel now is a true urgency, a clear desire to find you, even if that means taking steps that once seemed too hard. It doesn't matter where you are. This person is willing to go to you because what's being held in their heart can't stay still any longer. It's no longer about thinking, imagining, or waiting. Now it's about action, taken not on impulse, but with awareness. Every thought, every prayer, every feeling has led to this. And now the only thing that matters is seeing you, looking into your eyes, being close. The heart of the one who loves you has understood that it's no longer possible to just count the days, waiting for life to create the perfect chance. What exists between you two doesn't need perfect conditions. It needs real action. And that's exactly what this person is preparing. A genuine approach, carried out with determination and purpose. Not to test you, but to truly meet you. Don't think this pursuit will be careless. Everything being organized inside this heart has a very clear direction, to reach you with respect, with courage, and with a devotion you will recognize. Because the love that has carried them this far is the same love guiding this decision. Even though life may have separated you physically, the feeling never drifted away. And now, with God's permission, this person is determined to close any remaining distance. The love they feel for you is stronger than any obstacle. And that's why the step of seeking you is being taken with a clean heart. This person has thought of you so often that it no longer makes sense to keep waiting. Every attempt to distract themselves fails when the feeling for you returns so strongly. And now what's at stake is not just a longing. It's a choice to be with you wherever you are. They are no longer willing to let pride get in the way. What once seemed impossible is now becoming necessary. Because this is not only about missing you. It's about life, inner peace, and a love that only finds rest when connected to you. In recent days, everything has pointed to this moment. Your name has been lifted in conversations with God. Memories of you have returned with intensity. And this blend of love, faith, and the desire to be with you has created the courage that was missing. Your soulmate knows that time doesn't wait, and that's why they are coming for you. The path may have been long, with pauses, silence, and doubts. But now everything is shifting. This person has understood that you are part of what still makes life meaningful. And even without knowing how you will respond, they have chosen to take the risk. Because there is no room left for doubt when love speaks this clearly. Pause for a moment. Before we continue, your angels are asking me to pause for a moment. Not everyone was meant to hear this today, but if these words found you, there may be a reason. If you've been seeing repeated signs, feeling disconnected from the life you're living, or sensing that something bigger is trying to unfold for you, this message may be arriving at exactly the right time. Your angels want you to understand something, Sometimes blessings don't arrive by changing what's around you. They arrive by changing the reality you're aligned with. Many people spend years praying for abundance, love, protection, and breakthroughs while unknowingly remaining connected to the same old patterns, fears, and limitations. But today, your angels are reminding you that a different path may already be available to you. A path where you feel more aligned with your purpose. A path where opportunities seem to find you. A path where your manifestations begin flowing with greater ease. This isn't about forcing outcomes. It's about becoming energetically available for the blessings that have been trying to reach you. I truly believe some of you were guided to this message because you've felt stuck for far too long. You've prayed. You've waited. You've asked for a sign. And perhaps this moment is one of those signs. The universe often opens doors quietly before it opens them widely. What looks like a simple opportunity today can become the very thing that shifts your direction tomorrow. Divine timing rarely feels accidental. And if your heart feels pulled toward this, pay attention to that feeling. If this resonates with your spirit, take a moment to explore the resource we've placed in the description and pinned comment below. Don't ignore the nudge if you feel one. Sometimes receiving a blessing begins with taking a small step when the door first appears. The information is waiting for you in the description and pinned comment. Now continue with your angel message. Your love is not coming to you out of impulse, but because they recognized in you a place of truth, a place no one else has been able to fill. And when the heart reaches that realization, it cannot stay still. That's why you've been feeling this energy approaching with more strength. It's not imagination, it's connection. The harmony of two hearts that even apart never lost their bond. And now, with heaven's blessing, this bond will be reaffirmed through action. Your love is coming. They are drawing near. And when they arrive, it will be with everything that has been held back for far too long. This person doesn't want to carry this love alone anymore. They want to live it, speak it, look into your eyes and show you that this decision is real. Not made on impulse but in truth. And that truth is coming to you with the courage of someone who loves fully. Time has been heavy on the heart of the one who loves you. Each day leaves marks in a way that words can't explain. This person tries to keep up with daily life, tries to act natural, but your absence has been costly. Hours don't pass the same way anymore. Thoughts keep repeating and everything returns to the same point. There's this unsettling feeling that something is delayed, as if this distance between you has lasted longer than it should. Longing is no longer temporary. It has become part of everything, of small gestures, of memories, of moments of silence. This person can't pretend anymore that everything is fine. Even if things look normal on the outside, inside the heart, there's no peace. Every minute without you is turning into emotional weight. The truth is, this absence hurts more than any physical distance. When the feeling is real, time becomes a constant demand. Your love wakes and falls asleep with you on their mind. What once felt bearable has now turned into urgency. Not a forced urgency, but one that comes from the real pain of being away from the one who truly matters. It's not just longing, it's emptiness. A deep sense that something essential is missing. And even when they try to fill the time with other things, nothing can replace the space that only you occupy. Every detail of daily life seems to remind them of you. A place, a song, a scent, a word. Everything turns into a memory. But now just remembering isn't enough. This person feels the need to see you, hear you, feel you close. These last few days have been especially hard. They tried to hide it, tried to be strong, but the heart won't obey anymore. No distraction works. The mind keeps running back to you as if something inside were shouting to take action. And that's exactly why the decision to seek you out has become inevitable. This person no longer wants to leave for tomorrow what can be lived today. It has nothing to do with loneliness. It has everything to do with true love, with a feeling that hasn't faded, not with distance, not with time. The longing has tightened in a new way, and that pain has turned into strength, a strength that pushes toward you, because only you can calm this heart. Only your presence can bring back the lightness that time has taken away. When love is real, there comes a point where it can't be contained anymore. Time demands, memories weigh, and the heart calls for action. That's where this person is now. And all they want is to end the waiting, end the distance, and live this love the right way. This connection between you is real. And even though you may have tried to take different paths, the heart has stayed in the same place. Your love still carries you within, with intensity, with truth. And now this person knows they can't keep pretending everything is fine, because it isn't. Because what's missing is you. Take a quick second before we move forward. Many channels are reposting and copying our content, but authentic energy cannot be duplicated. For the strongest positive connection and divine guidance, always listen from the original Angel's Message for You channel with the black logo base. Now, let's continue with the message your angels want you to hear. Your love has been wondering how you are, what you've been feeling, what you've been keeping in silence. The thoughts are so focused on you that sometimes it feels as if you're right there nearby. Even from afar, the connection hasn't been lost. And this emotional closeness only grows day after day. There are nights when this person falls asleep thinking of you and wakes up with the same thought. It's not something controlled. It's natural. It's real. And when something reaches this point, the heart begins to ask for action. Because thinking about you so much is no longer enough. It's necessary to be close, to look into your eyes, to be present. The thoughts are loaded with memories, with longing, with plans that arise even without intention. It's as if the heart itself is remembering this bond with even greater strength. And this intensity has made this person realize that the feeling for you is more alive than ever. When a feeling is true, it doesn't need a reason to return. It just comes back. And when it comes back with this strength, it's because it never stopped existing. The connection you feel isn't coming only from your side. It's coming from two hearts that remain tied in a way that cannot be explained. This person has also felt your presence even without you saying a word. It's as if the energy between you speaks for itself. And this silent communication has been enough to make your soulmate understand that getting closer is necessary. Have you noticed how much more you've been thinking about this person in recent days? Have you realized how some memories have returned out of nowhere, as if being pulled by something greater? That is an answer. It's the reflection of insistent thoughts coming from the other side. Your soulmate is thinking of you with such intensity that this energy is reaching you. And in this case, what exists is love. It's a desire for closeness. It's the hope that it's still possible to live what was once kept inside. This person knows that just thinking doesn't solve anything. But thinking of you has been the fuel that is turning this love from the realm of thoughts into the realm of actions. That's what is about to happen. A real closeness, a moment when everything that was thought, felt, and longed for will turn into presence. Your love is being driven not by regret or guilt, but by truth, by everything still felt, by everything you represent. This constant presence in thought has made it clear that the feeling hasn't passed. It was only kept safe, waiting for the right time to rise again. And now the time has come to turn all of this into reality. This person has been reflecting deeply before taking action. They don't want to come closer out of impulse or only out of missing you. It's as if something inside has come into emotional order, preparing for this approach in the most sincere way possible. That's why even if you haven't received a clear sign yet, don't think nothing is happening. Everything is being aligned. The feelings that were once scattered are now falling into place. Certainties are growing stronger. This person's heart is in a moment of emotional clarity, as if it has matured enough to recognize everything left unresolved between you. And with this maturity, they're deciding to take the next step. Because now it's no longer about what once was. It's about what can still be lived in truth. Your soulmate wants to come to you with respect, with transparency, with the willingness to speak about what they felt and what they still feel. All of this is being prepared carefully because what is about to be spoken has value. That's why this moment is being protected emotionally and spiritually. It's not about rushing. It's about preparation. Everything that has been lived until now has served to refine this feeling, to clear away fears, to strengthen courage. What's being prepared leaves no space for games, for doubt, for pride. What's coming is a moment of surrender, a genuine conversation, an action that will leave a mark on both of your hearts. And when it happens, you'll feel that everything has a purpose, because nothing that comes with faith and love arrives in your life by accident. Maybe in recent days you felt a strange sensation, as if something in the air was different. A kind of inner alert that makes your heart beat faster even without a clear reason. That's real. It's the reflection of this preparation happening on the emotional level. Your heart is being touched by the energy of someone who has decided to seek you with truth. This moment is being built with God's permission. It has been lifted up to heaven with faith, with sincerity, with hope. Your soulmate has asked for direction, for protection, for preparation. And all of these answers are coming clearly. Courage is arriving. The desire to find you is stronger than ever. And the heart has already decided. You may already feel this calling inside. A sense that something important is drawing near. And it truly is, because this person won't come to you without meaning. They'll come with surrender, with words that have been kept for far too long, with an intention that has slowly matured through prayer, through faith, through respect. Nothing in this process is being improvised. What is about to be lived between you must happen with depth, with clarity, with the peace of someone who knows what they want and where they're going. Now that your soulmate is preparing to meet you, there's something very important you need to know. The way you handle the next few days can either make this approach easier or harder. Yes, this love is coming. The decision has already been made. But for this moment to happen the right way, you also need to be emotionally available. So often, without even realizing it, people close themselves off from what they most desire, out of fear, out of doubt, out of wounds that haven't fully healed yet. That's why this preparation isn't only happening on the other side. You are also being called to open up, to allow what's coming to be received with truth. You don't have to do much. What this moment asks of you is inner surrender. You don't need to chase or force answers, but you do need to care for your mind, your heart, your energy. Notice if you've been feeding thoughts of blockage, mistrust, or negativity. All of this, even in silence, can push away something that is already on its way. Your soulmate is being guided to come closer, and this closeness will be real. But if your heart is closed, confused, or hardened, this person can feel it even from a distance. Because when the connection is true, it goes beyond logic. Energies communicate, and that's why being receptive is essential. What you feel, what you think, what you radiate, all of it becomes either a path or a barrier. You've already felt that something was different in the air, that something was approaching. Don't ignore it. Your intuition doesn't fail when love is real. And now more than ever, you need to honor that calling. Don't feed old fears. Don't hide behind excuses. What's coming is a chance to live. Love that has been prayed for by both of you. To help this love reach you, start paying attention to the signs. They won't come through big events. They'll show up through feelings, coincidences, names that resurface in your mind, dreams that repeat, emotions that grow without warning. When these signs appear, acknowledge them, feel them, and say within yourself, I am ready. Do not feed negative thoughts about yourself. Your love is coming to you for a clear reason. There is feeling, there is truth, there is desire, and you are worthy of living this. Don't doubt your value. You are being sought out because there is something strong between you two. Something that hasn't faded, something that deserves to be lived with maturity. If you feel there's still something inside you that needs healing, this is the moment. Don't let the past dictate the present. This closeness isn't about reliving pain. It's about freeing emotions that were trapped. It's about making space for what is still true. Look within with tenderness and allow yourself to feel with lightness. You don't need to do anything except allow. It's not about forcing a meeting or desperately searching for signs. It's about keeping your heart open, letting the energy between you move freely. Because when two hearts are aligned with the same feeling, the meeting happens. And when it does, everything falls into place. Every thought you feed carries power. Every intention you put out into the universe carries power as well. If you feel this love still lives inside you, affirm it, in silence, in thought, in prayer. This isn't about magic. It's about energy, connection, alignment. And all of it begins when you decide to stop resisting what's knocking at the door of your heart. This attitude of surrender, even if it feels subtle, helps far more than you realize. It's as if you're telling heaven, I am ready to live this. I recognize this love. I welcome this closeness. And when you affirm that with truth, everything around you begins to move so that this moment can happen. What is about to happen will be a moment that touches your life so deeply that you will remember it in detail even on the simplest of days. This closeness that is on its way carries emotional weight, truth, and the intention to put into words and actions everything that has been kept inside for far too long. Your soulmate is coming with a heart ready to show you that the feeling was never lost. And when this person stands before you, something inside you will recognize it. Not because of what was once said, but because of what will be revealed in the eyes, in the way of speaking, in the desire to be with you. This encounter will not bring doubts. It will bring clarity. It will bring answers. It will bring certainty. For a long time, this love was felt in silence. It was carried in the heart with the hope that someday it could be lived with maturity. And now that time has come. The presence that is approaching will not be limited to beautiful words. It will be accompanied by actions that show true intention. And when that happens, you will realize that everything was worth it. This encounter will mark your life because it comes carrying healing. It will bring peace to places inside you that have been in conflict. It will calm insecurities you've been carrying in silence. It will remind you that true love does not fade with time. It endures. And when it finds space to happen, it transforms everything around it. When this person stands before you, you will feel that nothing is by chance. Every detail, every memory, every emotion that has resurfaced in recent times will make sense, because all of it was preparation. It was your heart being aligned with what is coming. It was God allowing this connection to be restored with truth, not with haste. You don't need to be afraid. This moment doesn't come to disrupt your life. It comes to bring answers. It comes to show that what you lived was not in vain. It comes to open space for the new, even if that new is something that has been inside you both for a long time. What is coming has purpose, and the purpose is the truth that still beats between you. When this person approaches, be present, not just physically. Be there with your heart open. Don't stay trapped in what should have been done before. Focus on the now, because it is the now that has the power to change everything. This encounter doesn't come with exaggerated promises. It comes with sincerity, with maturity, with the courage of someone who no longer wants to run from what they feel. You will realize that this love has not returned by chance, that your name was preserved with care inside this person, and that even with time, the feeling has not lost its strength. When you look into the eyes of the one who loves you, you will feel that many words are not needed. Love will communicate clearly even in silence. This moment will remind you of what truly matters. It will make you see that real love does not disappear. It waits. It grows stronger. It matures. And when it finds the right time, it arrives simply, but with an impact that no one can ignore. That is what will happen to you. An emotional turning point that will mark your story. Your days will no longer be the same after this closeness, because now you will know you were sought with intention, with devotion, with faith. And this certainty will calm your soul in a way you may have never felt before. Because when love comes with truth, it doesn't cause confusion. It brings peace. It brings lightness. It brings meaning. What is about to happen will make you believe again. It will remind you that you deserve to live something real. And more than that, it will give you the chance to live a love that was preserved, even when everything seemed uncertain. The decision has already been made. And now this encounter comes as a direct answer to everything you felt in silence. When that moment arrives, don't hold on to questions. Just feel. Be whole. Because your soulmate will arrive with their heart in their hands, with the willingness to show you that what exists between you did not stay in the past. It is alive. It is present. It is ready to be lived the right way. There is something else the angels want you to hear before we close this message. Through all the seasons of your life, the ones filled with joy and the ones that felt impossibly heavy, you were never moving through them alone. Every time you felt a nudge to keep going, a warmth in your chest that appeared for no clear reason, a sudden calm in the middle of a storm, that was them. That was the unseen hands of heaven holding you steady, whispering that your story was not over, that the love you were made for was still on its way. And now here you are, on the edge of something real, something that has been prayed over, prepared with care, and guided by a force greater than either of you fully understands. The universe does not bring two hearts this close only to leave them apart. When something has been held this long with this much sincerity, heaven makes a way, and that way is opening right now for you. So breathe, trust, let go of every story you told yourself about why this couldn't happen. Because it is happening. It has already been decided in a place far deeper than words. And you, yes, you are worthy of every beautiful thing that is coming. The angels are with you in this. They always have been. They've been watching over every prayer you whispered, every night you held on, every moment you chose to believe even when believing was hard. And they want you to know you are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are deeply, powerfully loved. May heaven's blessing always be upon you, bringing peace, courage, and clarity to face any challenge. Know that you will never walk alone. Strength and infinite love surround you, so that you may continue forward, firm, confident, and radiant in the light that has always lived inside you. You are part of a family of light. And that love, the love of the angels, the love coming toward you, the love you already carry within, is real. May peace and divine blessing be with you today and always. Dear beautiful soul, this Angel's Message for You channel is a divine space, a sanctuary for the soul. If you're new to this channel, think of this as your spiritual home. It's a sacred space created intentionally for faith to grow, purpose to be sparked, and God-given destinies to be confirmed and lived out. We are busy building a lively community deeply rooted in the rich soil of God's unconditional love, a place where heaven truly speaks into our lives and deep, lasting change regularly happens. We warmly invite you to subscribe and stay connected, because God undoubtedly has so much more to reveal and bring about in your unique life journey. You genuinely don't want to miss what the divine is preparing to do next in and through you. Consider making a generous contribution if you feel moved to support our efforts of spreading divine messages. Whether it's $5, $10, $20, or $50, your contribution enables us to continue sharing these profound messages of healing and hope with the world. Spreading the word is just the beginning of our mission. Hearts are being healed, hope is being renewed, and souls are being guided back to the light. Your support helps us realize our shared goal of making a positive impact. Your generosity, no matter how small, is what keeps our community thriving and bringing people together in love on this sacred journey. We are all interconnected, and we will rise as one. By uniting, we can conquer this. Let us wholeheartedly embrace the abundance that lies ahead. Amen.